Good day everyone, this is a tutorial on how to make a Canva planner. I'm going to explain to you how to make a monthly planner, but if you wish you can make a weekly one or a daily one, it's up to you. So basically you go to the home page of Canva, there's a search box here, let's type planner. So as I said, I'm going to use an example of a monthly planner. And we're not going to select a prepared ready planner. Instead, I'm going to show you how to make one from scratch. So I'm going to click on this plus here, create a blank monthly planner. Okay, so this is the interface that we have here. So the first thing that we need to do here is in search, delete this. So we need to click on elements, and we need to type spiral notebook. Okay, now as you can see, this is going to be a little visual style thing that will basically just make it look like a real notebook, just a digital one. So I'm using a pro account here, but there are also other ones that are available for free if you do not have the subscription. I'm just gonna use this one. Okay, so you just click on it, you just drag it here, you can make it any size, right? So you can make it less, you can make it bigger, you know, it's up to you, right? So this is okay, it's fine, not gonna mess around with it too much. I can actually maybe drag it a bit to the top and to the bottom to make it fill the space a bit more. Yep, like this. Right, so the next thing we need to do is basically create a first page, like the very first page you're looking at. And for that we need to type click on elements again, and there's a little category here called shapes, right? I'm gonna use the shape with rounded angles, which is just a bit more pretty, I suppose. Let's drag it and make it bigger, right? So as you can see, when I try to drag it on top of the spiral here, it kind of covers it, so you can easily fix that by clicking on position and backward, right? So basically you're putting your like an actual notebook page, the first one, where it's supposed to be, right? So looks really good already, I like it. Now the next thing we do, so you can make it different colors, just click on this thing. As you can see, you can do multiple things. You can choose like a font type, you can change the font size, you can choose different fonts as well, different styles. So I'm just gonna change the color of this whole thing to something like, I don't know, something like orange. Yeah, it's like a typical color for the notebook, I suppose. Looks okay. Now we're gonna create a texture. So for that, click on the elements again, and in the search box you type texture, right? There are different ones you can choose from. I'm just gonna choose something more obvious, like, yeah, this one is okay, let's delete this. So basically you need to do what, right? You need to oh, I messed it up. So you need to make it bigger in size so that it takes all of the space of your notebook, like this, and then click on the position again and backward once more, so that it's like in the very background of the whole thing, right? Like this. Okay, so probably we should remove this spiral and exchange it for something a little bit smaller, like this. Yeah, this is good, because it's the previous one was taking too much space. Yeah, this one's good. Let's just arrange it a bit better. You see, now it looks good. So we're gonna make a small buttons here on the right, and I'm gonna explain what are we gonna do with them next. Basically, it's gonna be, we're gonna have a different pages with all 12 months, right? I'm gonna add pages later, and basically these little buttons are gonna serve as links that will get us to a specific page of a specific month, sorry, so that it's going to be easier for you to navigate through the different months, and yeah, you can just type whatever you want for a specific month. It's going to be just comfortable. So basically how to do that, we go to elements again, shapes. I'm going to use a rounded shape again. Okay, we're going to make it less in size, of course, because it's way too big, right? Let's make it a bit smaller, like this. Right, and let's now change the color for it right here. Button, let's make it black. We're gonna use a white font on the black background so that it's easy to see. And we're gonna put these buttons here on the right, on the very edge of the notebook, right? So the next thing we need to do is to add a text, right? Let's add a text. So you click on the text here, just create a heading, doesn't really matter. So this is the heading, and the text is going to be the first month of the year, which is January. Just type Jan. Now, as you can see, it's too big. Let's make it smaller in size so that it fits into this little space here. Let's make it smaller, right? Now we need to choose a color, white. Good. Now there's a button here to flip it. So you click on it and you move your mouse to 90 degrees, right? And now you put this thing inside of our little black space, right? Just like that. See? Looks good. Now, actually, this is not the right thing to do now. First, we need to make 12 of these spaces first, and then we're gonna copy the text, and instead of January, we're gonna insert every other month, right? So starting from January, right? So just click on it. Now tap Control C to copy it, and then Control V to paste it. And you need to paste 12 of them. You can just select all of them if you want, and you can move them all the way down or all the way up easily. I could have actually made them a bit bigger, but that's alright, doesn't matter. On the top here, so we click Control C again to copy it, and let's copy it precisely 12 times. Alright, let's put one in the first month, so that's January. Next one, we need to change this text now, okay? So it's gonna be February, and so on. So months are done. Now we need to duplicate this page, this whole thing that we've made 12 times, basically corresponding to the 12 months. So this is going to be like the first page that you open, like in the real life. So it's not really going to count. It's going to be like just a title page, and we need to add the actual 12 pages of 12 months. So you click on this here, duplicate page, and we make 12 of them. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we've made one. Let's do 11 more. Okay, so 12 months and one title page. Okay, moving on. Now we have to name all of our pages based on the months, right? So let's just name this main title page title, right? And now we move on to the months. Now on to creating the links. Just like I said, they will serve as a button that will take us to a specific month. So when you will actually export this, at the end we will export this whole thing as a PDF file so that you can open it and edit it freely, and also those buttons will work as well. So what do we need to do is just select it and click on 3 buttons here and click on link, and we have 12 months here. So we choose the corresponding page to every button. So this is January. We're going to choose a page 2, right, which corresponds to January, and you will do the same thing to every button, right? So January, February, and so on. Now we need to remove the underline as well, because as you can see there's an underline. We'll remove that so that it looks simplistic and beautiful. Okay, so what do we need to do now? As you have seen, we have done the links and we have made these buttons only on the title page, right? So we have not done the same on every single corresponding page. Just basically all of these down here, we haven't done any of it to these, so we're gonna have to copy these buttons here that we have activated and made, right, that will serve as buttons. We need to copy them and insert them into the rest of the pages, right? So we're gonna have to delete these ones, right? So just select them, press delete, right? And take these, you need to group them together, right? There's a button here, group them, group, right? Now select them, sorry, you need to select them again, select them like this, press Ctrl C once again, now go here and paste them. It's not really even, but you can adjust that. I'm not going to waste too much time. So, and you need to do this for the rest of the pages. Okay, so we are done making the buttons, the links basically, and now we need to create a cover, right? Basically make this title page more fancy, more beautifully looking. And how we do that, we need to add a background. I'm just going to use a white background, so I'm going to go to elements, I'm going to go to the shapes, I'm going to choose the rounded corners shape, right? I'm just going to make it, I'm just going to change its size, let it be like this. I'm going to stretch it to the right a bit, and now we need to add a text, so we go to the text heading and we type, so I'm going to type my monthly, and I'm gonna make another one, another text, another heading. I'm gonna name it planner like this. I'm just going to change the font a bit from here. Let's choose something fancy. I don't know, maybe this. Yeah, looks good. Okay, and let's change the font for this piece of text as well. Okay, now it looks way better. I'm gonna move it to the left a bit, and I'm gonna add a little bit more customization to it. Let's just add a heart or something so that it looks cute. So we go to elements, we type heart. It's just what I choose. You can add whatever you want. It's up to you. Let's choose, you can change its size, of course. I'm gonna change its size. So it's gonna look like something like this. It's quite minimalistic. Okay, this part is done. Let's move on. Okay, so now we need to add the actual pages, right, of your planner, right? So we need to scroll to the very bottom and create a new page. We're gonna just use a template for this, for the actual pages, because I mean, you can make your own from scratch, but I'm just gonna do a template for now. So alright, so we go to the design again, and I'm gonna type, as I'm making a monthly one for this video, and you can basically choose any planner you want. There's different styles here that you can choose from. I suppose I could go with this one. Yeah, this one looks good. Let's choose this one. Let's put it here. So this is what it looks like. You can add a year. There's a year. You can name it anything you want. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is select everything inside of this page here. You see there are separate elements here. So we're gonna select all of them and click Ctrl C to copy it. Now we go to the very first page up here. So this is the title page, and this is going to be the first basically page where you're going to write all of your notes, right, where the month is going to be and everything else. So we click on the background, let's make it white, okay, and now we insert everything we've had into here. We're going to make this smaller so that it fits in. I somehow made my planner a bit too thin. As you can see, you can make it wider so that it looks better. Okay, so something like this, right? Just an example. Okay, and now basically what you have to do, right, is this is January, this is correct, and now I'm gonna paste this whole thing, right, this template into the rest of my pages, and rename, of course, rename the January to the month that's supposed to be here. Okay, so I have done all of my pages, all 12, as you can see. They look something like this. You can do whatever you want with the design and choose everything, all the details for yourself, but this is what it looks like for me. Okay, so if you want, you can also add a note page after every single page of your planner, right? So you can go to the design, you type notes, and you can see there's multiple different note pages and note designs that you can use and put them basically after every single planner page. Okay, so after you've finished editing everything, maybe you want to mess around with more styles and do some more editing here. That's up to you. After you've finished, you press the share button to save the whole project. Like everything you've made, you need to save it, and you need to press download, and I suggest downloading it as a PDF standard format, or you can download a PDF file to print it on the actual paper. That's up to you. I'm just going to download as PDF. Okay, let's press download, and we are about to save it to our PC. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.